So today I want to talk to you about the games Park Life, both the Hedgehog edition and the People edition from Charming Games, and they are absolutely charming. So I met Dylan, the designer, at Gen Con, and he was nice enough to supply me with these. I have been playing them on Board Game Arena, so if you want to try before you buy, you absolutely can. But these are two really cool trick-taking games. So they have similarities, but the decks are different and they work a little bit differently. So I'll tell you about the Hedgehog edition first. So in the Hedgehog edition, you get this cute first player double-decker bus icon, so you know who's first. And it plays 1 to 4 people. You've got your 4 player aides that are going to explain everything to you. And then everyone is going to get a caterpillar card. One side says +5, which is what you're going to be starting on. And the other side says +2. So once you win one hand, you will flip yours to the +2 side. And if you win a second hand, you are the winner of the game. So essentially the scores round to round determine who won the hand, but they don't accumulate for the end of the game. It's whoever wins 2 hands first is the winner of this game. So in this game, you have suits of cards that all have a different form of weather on them. There's 4 suits. And in this game, the thing that's interesting is you are trying to win tricks, but the card that wins the trick is actually the lowest number that is played that is of the correct suit. And you do not have to play the suit that was played first, even if you have it. So you start with a designated number of cards based on how many people are playing. And like I said, this is a 1 to 4 player game. So yes, you can play this solo, which is a lot of fun. So in this deck, the cards range from 1 to 10. So if somebody plays out, say, a gray 4, and they're the first player, then this is considered the suit that's going to win. There is no suit or card that will take over for that suit. So it is straight, the suit that is led is the one that will win. So the next person could now play a 2, which is lower, which means they would win. Maybe I don't want to play gray if I have it, so I play this 5, and then the next person, let's say, just sloughs with this pink card if we're playing a 4-player game. So this is the person who won, so they take this 2 and keep it, and the rest of the cards are discarded. So at the end of the game, at the end of the hand, that will be 2 points, and they are now the first player for the next hand. So they get to lead off. Oh, sorry, but the most important thing, how could I even forget? The most important thing, when you win a card, right here, it's going to tell you how many cards you have to discard from your hand. So the person who won this 2 has to discard a card from their hand. So they're now potentially down a card and out of the round sooner. So if you don't win some early tricks, that's okay, because the people who do are going to be out of cards, and you keep going until everyone's cards are gone, not just when one person runs out of cards. So you can see, for example, here, if someone were able to win this trick, that's great. They just got 9 points, but they also have to discard 4 cards from their hand. So there's a balance to it, that for every card you take, you are going to have to discard. So you might want to just try and go slow and steady and just win a bunch of low value cards so you don't have to discard very much. Or you may just want to try and get a ton of points all in one bang, see what you can do. So like I said, you'll keep playing until everyone has run out of cards. So that does mean that potentially you could be playing against yourself. So if it were down to just me and I played this 9, I have to now discard 4 cards in order to get that. And then I play my last card, which is this 7. And it says I have to discard 3, but everybody else has already played out of cards and I have none left. That's okay. I still take that. So this is where everyone will count up their points and everyone will put their caterpillar on there, and whoever won now only has +2 next round. So it's harder for the people to win once they've won a hand. So again, it really just kind of all balances out. So that is the Hedgehog version of Park Life. And the People version works very similarly, but there are different cards in the deck. So in the People version, we again have our player aids. And instead of our red double-decker bus, we just have a yellow bus. So again, you deal out your cards based on player count. But things are a little bit different in here. Cards range from 0 to 7 in the 4 colors. And we also have a wild suit. So this counts as any card, but as you can see, 0 points, but it will matter for some scoring later on. So same thing, when you win a trick, you have to discard cards, and we play till everyone is out of cards. However, in this game, we are playing simply by score. So at the end of each round, you add up your score and you play to a certain point threshold, and that is the winner once that threshold is crossed. But how do some of these different cards work? So for example, this card says 1x. So when I play it right now, I've collected nothing. So this card is simply worth 1 because this is 1 orange card. But as I collect it, and at the end of the game, let's say I somehow ended up like this, I have 3 orange cards. So this card is now 3 points instead of just 1. So these are great to play early on because they're not going to be worth a ton of points. So they're likely to take the trick because, again, the lowest card of the suit takes the trick, and you don't have to play on suit even if you have it. And then the 0 counts as one of these as well. So if I had that, this is now 4 points because this is a wild. So you have that option. And then the other one is every suit has these. They're called a neighbor card. So I'm going to score 1 point for every card of this color or whatever color it is for each of my neighbors. And their wild cards count towards this. So you can see how cards that maybe don't seem like they're worth a lot could potentially be worth a lot based on the cards that get collected based on the lead suits. And the cards only go up to 7, so the point values are different. And like I said, you are playing to a specific point threshold rather than just who wins 2 sets. So you've got your icon guide on here, and then you've got all of your rules on here, and it says, you know, exactly what to do. Sorry, there is no point threshold. It's after 3 rounds. Sometimes we play to a point threshold instead of the 3 rounds, so that's an option too if you want to modify it. But those are the 2 games of Park Life. And with the 2 solo modes, they are also different. But if you want, play the Hedgehog solo mode with the people cards or play the people solo mode with the Hedgehog cards. No one's going to tell you how to live your life. So these are 2 great trick-taking games that kind of take the traditional trick-taking of you must play on suit and the highest card wins, turns it on its head, and you actually have to discard cards when you win tricks. So these are really fun. They're from Charming Games. Again, thank you for giving me physical copies so that I don't just have to play online anymore. But if you like trick-taking games, consider checking these out. Give me a like and a follow, and I'll keep bringing you more board game content. Thanks. Bye.